I mean, Coach just called a great call, and I was there at the right time. So, just took it and tried to do what I could. Teammates helped me a lot. They basically carried me in there, because I was already dog-tired. So, thanks to them, I was able to make a play. Well, we was just the way that our coach has taught us. I was curled flat at the time, and he really just wasn't looking at his receiver and just threw it up, and I was just there to make a play on it. It was more, everybody just really just wanted to get out there and just finish the game and just make sure we did everything right, because we really just beat ourselves. So we really just wanted to come out, execute our calls, and do what we needed to do to win. I mean, all those other games, it was, like you said, it was a little lopsided. So it was like people would get down real easy, or people would just be ready to get off the field. But now, I mean, since it's conference play, everybody knows that this is serious and it's clutch time. Yeah, because our coach would have said it was a good team, but I mean, we competed and we did we did what we could. Like I said, we beat ourselves. It was a lot that we could have did to just get the game just way closer, and we had it in our hands. We just let it slip away. I'm very pleased, because I'm like all those other games, we came back and played pretty hard. I mean, it just didn't roll our way today. But I mean, we just gonna keep on playing, keep on watch the film, get better from it. I was real good, because I mean, that was my first pick six coming from junior college. I mean, it felt real good. We just been working hard and just praying that everything goes well, and it went well today. It's been pretty good. It's been pretty good. I mean, I have to put a lot on myself to do better, and just work harder and just do what I can to be successful. So I mean, it's from right now it's going pretty good, but I just got to get better in every area of the football game. I felt that did a lot, especially, well, the time being, because I mean, we really needed that. We were starting to go downhill. Everybody was putting their heads down, and I was able to make a big play and get us back in it. So, I mean, for next game, I mean, we just gonna have to do what we have to do. I don't think it's too hard, because I mean, everybody already has us as the underdog. So I mean, we just gotta play, and then we played in Hawaii. I mean, that was across the world. So I mean, it shouldn't be too hard. It's just another game. Just gotta do what we gotta do. We kept playing. We played the whole 60 minutes. Nobody just gave up, and we came out with some plays that we really needed. So I mean, we're just gonna take that and just build on it.
It impacted by, I mean, every game. I mean, we come out and we play hard, but we play for 60 minutes. But I guess this game was a little bit closer, so we were still in it. You know what I'm saying? So I guess we just kept fighting, and we didn't stop. So I mean, coming from spring, you know, we got a good feel of each other, and I guess you know, we always had a good feeling of each other. So it wasn't much of a change or anything like that, because we knew what we had when we was coming into the season. That was a big play. That was a big play. That was a game changer. You know what I'm saying? We needed some momentum. Picked the ball off and took it for 6. So, you know, they gave us a little bit of momentum, and I guess we didn't score after that. So, yeah, you know, we forced a few 3-and-outs, but the ones we gave up, it was just execution. You know what I'm saying? And if we could have executed those a couple of those plays, we could have kept them to 0 points, you know, but, I mean, next week we got to come in here, get on the film, and correct it. I think it was more of errors on the players, because the coach called good calls. We just, you know, a couple plays we were supposed to be here, and, you know, we wasn't there, and they got us on this.
Yeah, I pulled my hamstring again in camp, in summer camp. Just been holding me out a little bit. It feels great. It's always good to get in the game, shake off a little rust that you have. Yeah, it felt really good. I think of just dependability. I'm not going to be the big play guy or anything, but I'm just going to do my job every play and see what happens. So. It is frustrating, but, I mean, you can always look at the tape and look at what you're doing on your side of the ball. Like, as an offense, we didn't do things that we could have done to capitalize, and I'm sure the defense is doing the same thing, so that is frustrating. Just makes the next game more important, really. Huge. That's more important than the receiving part as far as I'm concerned. I'd like to see myself as a blocking tight end, but if they want to throw the ball to me, then that's cool too. And so, both, really. I mean, like I said earlier, I'm just doing my job. If they throw me the ball, I'll be there, and I'll do my best to catch it, and I'll try and block my hardest for the running back. So we do. We have a really healthy rotation between me and Hannah and Soto. So, I mean, we have 2 other talented guys, and it's good to get us all on the field. So, oh, it's awesome. It really is. After long drives, you come to the field just gas, and let's say we get a turnover, and that's a good thing. But then again, you're like, oh man, you know. So it's really nice, you know, to come off the field and you have 2 more guys that are, you know, really talented guys as well. So.
I don't think so. You know, obviously it puts a little more pressure in the second half and make sure you go out and play a good second half. But, you know, at the same time, we knew coming into that this was going to be a dogfight, you know, all the way to the end of the fourth quarter. And, you know, we just didn't capitalize on some of the plays, and they did. And so you just got to tip your hat. They showed a little bit, you know, a couple different looks, but really nothing out of the ordinary, nothing we weren't ready for. So, you know, for the most part, we had a good game plan going in. And, you know, when you turn the ball over, it's tough to win games. And so, you know, I kind of take that on my shoulders personally. You know, just it's part of the game. But at the same time, you know, you can't make those mistakes at the position that I play. So, you know, it's just one of those things that happen to you. You watch film, you learn from it. You know, and it's tough. But, you know, the thing that I keep myself motivated, if, you know, if Peyton Manning can go out and throw 3 in 1 quarter, 2 quarters, you know, he's obviously making bad decisions as well. So, you know, he goes out and learns. And so that's going to be my big key point. I think it's going to be a turning point for me that I go and learn from it. The very first one, I thought I underthrew it. Last week I underthrew it, and this week I overthrew it. I put a little too much into it. Didn't have a clue. Thought I threw it at his feet. A couple yards in front of him, got up. He was trying to get the next play. Said it was picked, and then obviously knew that I threw it a little too much. And then the second one I had a pretty good idea. And then the third one was the same thing as the first one. Threw it, thought I was trying to, you know, throw it to my running back, kind of coming out and throw it at his feet. And, you know, just made a bad decision, a poor decision on my part. It was really good having him back. You know, obviously last week he was back, but, you know, this week he was fully back, I felt like. And, you know, he helps this offense a lot. And, you know, he brings a lot of things to this offense that's important. And, you know, he's a great player, great guy. So it was good to see him out there and, you know, making some catches, making some big catches for us. And so it's really good to see that. You know, they do. And, you know, it all kind of works together. You know, you run the ball to pass, you pass to run, obviously, but in this offense, you know, the tight ends are a little more, I guess, eligible to catch the ball, let alone in some other ones. So, you know, we have 3, 4 great tight ends that I'm really excited about having those guys. I mean, they're all phenomenal. And, you know, one just doesn't block well and catch well. You know, they all do the same thing. You know, they can block, catch, run. I mean, they do it all. So it really helps out the offense. You know, from my standpoint, it's both, to be completely honest. Because if you don't block, then you're not going to get in the game. And if you can't catch, then you're not going to get in the game. So he does both extremely well. And, you know, he's a great player, like I said. Great athlete. When he gets the ball, you know, he can get the big yak yards, obviously like he did today. So it's really good having him back. He's an awesome guy. Me and him have, you know, through the summer and him being hurt, you know, I always check on him, make sure everything's going okay. And, you know, so we've kind of grown close, really, so I felt like we have. And he's a great guy, just a real humble guy, real just relaxed, easygoing guy. Goes out, does his job to the best of his ability, and that's all you can ask for out of somebody like that. You know, I am, just because in spring he didn't do anything. In the summer he did some things that we worked on. Then we get into camp, and, you know, it was kind of iffy at times. But this past week, you know, we worked a lot together, getting back on the right page, me and him, and I felt like I locked him down pretty good in the back of my mind. And so it's you know, it's really good to know that. And like I say, he's a phenomenal player. He's a great player in this offense, and so it really helps. I was always told that at the quarterback spot, especially being slow like myself, you know, you'll run maybe 2, 3, 4 times a game, but if you pick the right times to run, then they're explosive and they can be big plays. And you know, Coach Keck called a lot of those, and so I tip my hat to him and his play calling tonight. And so, you know, it's one of those things when you do it right at the right time, those big plays can happen. Some were, actually a decent amount of them were tonight. I think there was maybe one that wasn't, maybe two off the top of my head that I can think of. But, you know, it's one of those things that when you pick the right time to run as a slow quarterback, it can be explosive. You know, they don't expect you to do it, and when you do it, like I said, if it's the right time, it'll be a big play. 40 times about a high to mid 4.9. You know, I always get jokes here and there, but I feel like when I get out on the field, it's a little faster than a 4.9. You know, I'm just one of those guys. You know, I try and stay confined in my pocket. Offensive line did a great job tonight, did a phenomenal job. And so, you know, I just try and stay in there when I have to run, you know, take out and get what I can get. I think just passing the ball effectively, it will help a whole lot. Obviously, today we didn't do, we threw the ball a decent amount, but when we had opportunities, we either made a bad throw or didn't catch the ball. And that helps your run game tremendously. And so, from my standpoint, that I need to go out and make all the throws, make the right reads, and that right there will help the run game tremendously. You know, it's good to see that out of the team, that no matter what happens, and this is from game one, they've done it. You know, they've done it the whole season, and so that's one of those things that you look back on film, and when we watch it tomorrow, that you can't say this guy was loafing. And that's a big issue, especially when you get into conference play. It's huge. That no matter what, anything can happen. And obviously, you know, for the pick six, it turned a little bit and gave us an opportunity, gave us a chance, and you just never know what can happen. You know, it's tough, but at the same time, like I said, you know, Coach Keck did a great job calling plays tonight. I just got to make those throws. I feel like, you know, in a way that, you know, I made some throws personally that I should have made that I didn't. And, you know, it's just one of those things, and you got to go out and you just got to keep working, make sure all the guys are on the same page. And once we do that, I think we'll be perfectly fine. Just that, really, that we played, I felt, you know, at times as a team offensively, and even defensively at times. But when you see what you can do when we play together, it's unbelievable. You know, it gives you that chill down your spine that we can be a great team this year. And so when you see those guys just kind of gel, and you see those drives that we drive, you know, 80 yards or, you know, 60-some yards in a couple plays or a lot of plays, it's promising. And you know that those can happen, you know, any drive. And so when you see the team start gelling together offensively, I think that would be probably one of the big things we take out of it. And that's the thing about this offense is anybody can get the ball at any time, and I feel like in the spring and even in camp, the guys, you know, didn't really understand that at any time the ball can be coming their way, and I think, you know, everybody kind of started to understand it when, you know, we got first game and 8 or 9 guys get catches. So that's the good thing about this offense, and that's the hard thing about for, you know, defenders and the defensive, you know, all those coaches to really game plan for us, because, you know, we don't throw the ball 50 times to, you know, one guy. So that's a good, awesome thing about this offense. The first run, I believe, was a called one in the first drive. The 3rd and 13 or 12, or I'm pretty sure that was a called run. And then another one that wasn't was when we got down right outside the red zone. And I kind of scrambled for a decent amount of yards. That was not, but like I said, you know, you're getting those looks, and Coach calls those plays, knowing that in the back of his mind that, you know, if you get this, then there's an opportunity for the quarterback to run. So, you know, you just never know when he calls plays, you know, what he's looking for. And I think as I keep growing with him, that I'm starting to understand, you know, when it's this, throw it to this guy, or when it's this is your read now. So in a way, they're all kind of designed runs, but at the same time, as a quarterback, you have to make the right decision. I feel like quarterbacks just have like this, like, you know, it's almost like that time clock in the back of your head. You know, when you're in the pocket, it's the same thing when you run. You know, you never think about running, and the second time, you know, the second it comes in your mind, you know, it kind of opens like the Red Sea almost, and you just kind of see it, and it's there. And, you know, sometimes you try and you do it, and sometimes you try it and it's not there. But, you know, it's just one of those things. It's kind of more of a feel thing.